first one is the blue swimmer crab soup, and that's on in Kirribilli and Crow's Nest, and that's again using a seasonal item, which is blue swimmer crabs, which are at their peak at the moment, and it's a beautiful, rich soup done in the style of a bisque, so it's flamed with brandy, it's flavoured with marjoram, it's got plenty of blue swimmer crab. We use the whole fish when we do it, so we pick out the meat and then we crunch up the bones and roast them off.
Yep.
It's quite a complex dish, it's rich, it's beautiful for winter, and we're going to serve it with some Avruga caviar just to give it a nice salty lift, and also some horseradish, some buttered horseradish toast, which will again give the soup a very Moorish flavour, very Moorish taste. Well, I think in winter we try to gravitate towards some more warming, sort of earthy sort of dishes. Dishes like the curries and tagines will become more popular. So we're doing a new dish this year in two of the restaurants, in Manly and Crow's Nest, and that's a Moroccan tagine. So that's using a base of chamula, which is highly spiced and fragrant, really earthy flavours, very easy to eat, a little bit of heat, and certainly that's a really nice, warming, sort of nurturing dish. As it gets colder, we see yellowfin tuna coming from Port Lincoln. Octopus is another cold weather fish that we see a lot of. Miradori, silver dory, blue-eyed trevally as well as another cold water fish that we'll start to see. But certainly the tunas, like those pelagic or those deep sea fish like tunas, a little bit of mackerel always comes around in winter. And generally in winter they fill out a little bit and they start, some of the species start to roe as well. And we actually harvest that roe and utilise the roe to make tarramull salami. Meat eaters. Look, the meat eaters at Manly are pretty well catered for, and really it's reflective of the market. And we think that the Manly market has a lot more people coming here for a wider selection. So we've allowed for that selection. So we're going to do a long braise of lamb shanks, which is again a typically winter dish. It's what people should be snuggling up to at home and having a lovely braise. Ribeye cutlet as well, which is a Terra Rosa brand, which we've featured for quite a while. And that's with Bernays chips and watercress. I mean, that's on in summer, but I think it'll probably be quite popular during winter. And the other sort of winter dish for meat eaters that we're doing at Manly is a duck leg confit. So that's salted brine duck legs, cooked very, very slowly in duck fat, and reheated until the skin's beautiful and crispy and the meat's sort of falling off the bones. And we're serving that with a pretty classical sort of twist. It's with Brussels sprouts, bacon and orange sauce, so it's a bit, for lack of a better word, a bit duck a la Crow's Nest this year is using, we're going to use a Tajima branded Wagyu sirloin, which is a marble forescore, which everyone is probably quite familiar with Wagyu beef these days. So that's a really good program, and we're quite happy to support that and feature that. And at Kirribilli, the first time we've ever offered white Pyrenees lamb, which is from central West Victoria, which has only been available for about 2.5 years. Beautiful area of central West Victoria, and a beautiful lamb that's raised on saltbush, so that gives the lamb quite a definitive flavour. I mean, for vegetarians, we'll really do anything. We sort of, every time we raise a new menu, the head chef in each outlet will select dishes or elements of that menu that will translate to a vegetarian meal. And we offer, I think, a sort of a little two choices in each course for vegetarians. And certainly one of the most popular things, and we do this in all the restaurants, is we do like a vegetarian tasting plate. You can have it as an entree or a main, and there they'll feature vegetarian elements of the menu from the blackboard, which changes every day, and also some old favourites from the core menu, like the spinach and beetroot and goat cheese salad with citrus vinaigrette is a very, very popular vegetarian meal.
What do you think, if you could choose one dish that you would recommend to people to definitely try on their next visit to
This winter?
This winter?
I think at Manly and Crow's Nest it's got to be the tagine.
Yep.
It's going to be cooked and prepared and served in a tagine.
Yep.
So it's quite dramatic, and it allows for that experience when the lid's lifted off, that the aromas really get you salivating. So that's an exciting dish, and that's a big dish for us to do.